and welcome to Don't Drink and Review. I'm Tanner Priddis. I'm here with Yoshi.
What's up?
We're here with Versig Media, recording our pilot episode of Don't Drink and Review, where we drink and review. Basically, that's it. We're gonna review some cool stuff.
We're gonna drink.
Yeah, we're gonna hopefully share some cool stuff with you that you don't know about, like certain topics, and probably get drunk along the way.
I'm totally okay with this. My liver's gonna hate me, but my mind.
Your mind will slip. I mean, these people, they're gonna know how drunk that we can get. Okay, so stick around. We're gonna have a little giveaway at the end of the video. We're gonna give out the instructions and all that stuff. So stick around for that giveaway.
Or I'm gonna fight your waifu.
Straight up. So yeah. So what we're gonna do first. This is our first alcohol. Four Locos. I don't know if we can show that, but blur that out later. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. I mean, how many of you remember Four Locos or have memories of the original Four Locos?
No, because it got banned because it had like illegal stimulants in it, basically. That like
there's like cocaine in
a bottle. So it's still like a bottle of wine in a can, but
I mean, the alcoholic in me is totally okay with that.
Yeah. So
and it's a seltzer, so you know, with my diabetic ass.
Right, and with the seltzers, I think like, I don't know why, but everybody's trying to like get on this like seltzer game. Like,
it's true.
White Claw came out, and then I saw the Bud Light seltzer, and then it was like every single brand had a seltzer. So we're gonna try the Four Locos.
Let's do it.
Okay, wait, listen. I want to listen to this, y'all. Oh yeah, the alcoholics out there. Let's see if we can catch this.
The fizziness.
Oh yeah. Oh! Too much. Do you want to pour your own? Okay.
I mean, you can get turning. That's okay.
So this is the mango flavor, mango hard seltzer. It's 12% alcohol.
With a hint of sour mango. That kind of scares me because it's like, what's the other part of it? If it's just a hint of mango, it's like, okay, well, like,
there's let's see,
pinky out.
That's like 12 ounces of alcohol and then a hint of mango. So yeah, give it a try. Oh, it's 23 fluid ounces.
All right, well, let's get drunk and review some shit.
Cheers.
Ugh. Actually, it wasn't that bad.
It wasn't that bad.
Your eyes are watery. You're crying and you're like, oh, it's not that bad.
No, the initial taste was really good, but like,
I'm getting that sour.
That hint of mango is not such a hint.
I'm starting to get the sour that's coming through, and it's
I really do like the bubbly. Like, you know me, I like my bubbly water, but...
You do. You're the only person I know that would drink this without the hint of mango.
Yeah, I'd say I would drink it again. I don't know about a whole can. Have you ever killed a whole can of Four Locos?
I've made very, very... I don't know my words right now. I've made a lot of mistakes with Four Locos. Yeah. And it's usually, it happens after 2 of them, or like... Top was 3. Oh my God. That used to be the rule of thumb with Four Locos back in the day. You drink 3 of them and you like black out and you're like done for the night. Because I remember I drank 2 of these when I was like freshly 21.
Right.
And
that was probably back when they were good still.
That was define good.
What? Liquid cocaine.
Yes, that was when you would get your money's worth for getting like fucked up and everything.
So yeah, try it out. Four Locos. It's 4
really
crazies.
I can only handle 1 crazy at a time, so 4 crazies.
All right. So, now on to the body of this episode. So what I'm going to talk to you about is SpongeBob.
Oh.
Yeah. So SpongeBob SquarePants was probably one of my favorite childhood cartoons. I remember when it came out. I watched it all the time. I probably reference it more than like any other television show.
Oh yeah, definitely. I've heard you yell a bunch of SpongeBob quotes at everyone.
Right. And so let's see here. I'm just gonna give you a rundown if you've never really seen SpongeBob. This part was really fun because I did like the whole like I wrote down all these notes and stuff, but this part I did all from memory, and I felt pretty cool because I was like, I knew all.
Because you actually remembered all of SpongeBob, like OG SpongeBob.
So SpongeBob is a sea sponge who lives under the sea in a pineapple. He's a fry cook at Krusty Krab. His owner, SpongeBob's owner.
This got very BDSM-y really quick.
Bet you guys didn't know there's a Dark SpongeBob series.
I'm pretty sure Sandy Cheeks would be his owner.
Yeah, we'll get.
Anyway, all right.
So Eugene Krabs is the owner of Krusty Krab. He works with Squidward tentacles. And he has a best friend, Patrick Star, and Sandy Cheeks. And so, I was proud because I actually remembered all their last names. And I was like, I probably pushing out.
Top tier fandom right there, knowing their full name and everything.
Right, but I worry that all this SpongeBob information has pushed out my childhood memories. Because I remember more of SpongeBob than I do of being a child. So,
yeah. No, I feel that.
If that's a good thing or a bad thing, I don't really know.
I don't think it matters.
So anyway, they go jellyfishing. They play games like Find the Hay in the Needle Stack. Do you remember that episode?
Find the hay in the needle stack.
That episode was great.
Yeah,
oh my god, the repressed memories. Because I've forgotten most of this shit, and then you just bring that up, and it was instant.
You know that little spot? Find the hay in the needle stack. It's like bam!
That was when they were doing the hardcore. Sandy was making him do all the crazy shit.
Yeah.
And they were playing that really hardcore metal music and everything.
Yeah. Dun 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 dun.
It was Lamb of God for SpongeBob.
And the best part about that episode at the very end, everybody in the town is hiding from Sandy.
Oh yeah, because she went freaking psycho.
And then Patrick gets home and he's sitting. He walks up to his house and there's all these eyeballs underneath the rock. He's, who are you people? So
Patrick's probably my favorite.
Yeah.
So.
I really do like Patrick. What's interesting in the show is he has these weird sometimes he's a complete idiot and sometimes he's SpongeBob's smart best friend, or he's it's interesting the character waves that they have. It's nobody fits their character box, at least in the early episodes, which are the best ones.
Yeah, but I've seen some of the newer ones and
right. We're gonna get into that. The fall of SpongeBob is really sad to see because the originals were so amazing.
Oh, Four Loko burp.
How's that?
Hint of mango. Hints of mango.
Yeah.
Hints of mango. More seltzer than anything.
Right. The creation of the show is pretty interesting. There's a lot of people that went into this, but Steven Hillenburg is kind of who basically created the show. He was born on August 22nd, 1961 in Fort Sill Army Base, located in Lawton, Oklahoma. Jesus Christ.
Words.
Lawton, Oklahoma.
That Fort Loko getting to you there?
I know, or maybe. So he had a father, Kelly, and a mother, Nancy. I like how I said that. He was there's some test tube babies out there that don't have fathers and mothers.
I don't know what you're talking about. Why are you calling me out like this? I don't have a belly button. I'm like Kyle XY. Do you remember that show?
No.
Okay.
Oh, wait, no, yeah.
He didn't have a belly button.
Yeah, it was a weird, sci-fi show, right?
Yeah, it was definitely weird.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Different.
Thanks. I prefer that. This is supposed to be a judgment-free zone, not about my belly
Sorry,
button.
don't take my judgments, dude. I promise. Okay, so...
Take more than your judgments.
He didn't grow up in Lawton, Oklahoma. He grew up in Orange County. And so, he developed this love of the sea, going as a kid to the beach and stuff. He started doing art in school. His first, I thought this was really cool. So his very first drawing was of an orange slice. It's kind of random.
That is random.
Orange County. I tried to find the actual picture of it, but there was nothing. I thought it would be really cool, but alas, he didn't save anything.
I can't even draw an orange slice, so it would turn out looking I don't even know what it would not an orange slice. Though,
yeah, no, I can't draw.
I can't even draw stick figures.
No, no, that's the only thing that I did draw, dude.
Oh, really?
When I was a kid, I used to draw these little comics of stick figures, literally just killing each other. No, it was panel based.
Oh, okay.
So it'd be this stick figure, he's talking to a guy, and then he fucking kicks his head off and his head explodes. Or
so it was cyanide and happiness before cyanide and happiness was even a thing. Well, you could have had that.
No, I kind of stole it from. Do you remember those old stick figure websites that they had. It was like old.
I remember playing the old games where it's like the stick figure games that.
Oh, you get a fight with them and stuff. Yeah. So I got into those, but they had like whole series of these like crazy stick fights, and you could like follow their little storyline, and it was so good. Like the fighting was so good in it. But
so Tanner has stick figure comic books out there if you guys want to check them out.
I know, huh?
They're
Check
from
it
his
out.
childhood.
6 years old baby. Can you
It's
imagine?
younger and younger.
Oh, it's just blood and gore.
And now here you are drinking alcohol live on a podcast and talking about SpongeBob. We have come far, my
we've
friend.
come so far.
So far.
So some of Hillenburg's early work, he worked on Rocco's Modern Life.
I love that show.
Yeah, I fucking love that show so much, and like
it was so weird though. Like what were they, frogs? Like his next door neighbors.
Right,
were,
he had
like,
the frogs, and then he had that cow friend, and then
Heifer.
the turtle. Yeah,
Was that his name? It's such like a stereotypical name too. It's like, you're a cow, I'm gonna call you Heifer.
Yeah.
And yeah.
And so like that kind of, he was on the animation team, so he like did the character development. So I think that kind of like weird, because like that was kind of it was a really dark show. Like
that was
always
the whole 90s for cartoons.
Yeah,
right there.
I mean that's what made these cartoons so rememberable and fun, is that they were dark and they were like, the art was so versatile, I guess. It wasn't just like...
Because, I mean, you had, like, Doug, Rocco's Modern Life, Ren and Stimpy. Mm-hmm. Ren and Stimpy was that one that they had no boundaries. So they were just, like...
Did you ever watch Cow and Chicken?
Yeah,
Jesus.
The devil was a little perv, you know?
Yeah.
Like, but that was... The 90s were weird, because it's, like, even SpongeBob has, like, the adult jokes and everything in there, but, like, Ren and Stimpy, they had that one episode where they were in like this monster's mouth, and the uvula whatever was like hitting. I forget which one's which. Like which one was the fat one?
Stimpy is the skinny one. I'm pretty sure.
So
wait, shit, I can't remember. Fuck.
Does our crew know?
I know. Huh?
Do you guys remember the fat one and Ren and Stimpy?
I'm pretty sure Ren is the fat one. Ren.
Yeah, I think so.
I think so.
Well,
We're doing a fact check right now.
Oh yeah, I know. Real quick fact check. I'm trying to think of his voice. He has like, what accent is that?
Ren
like,
is the Chihuahua.
Okay, so
Stimpy is the fat one. The fat one.
Oh, I was wrong.
I don't know what he was, but he was definitely the fat one. But he's like bent over, and this monster's like uvula is like tickling his booty hole, and like he's like getting all like weird about it. So Ren is sitting there, he's like, "What did I tell you? Like, who's catcher, who's pitcher? Who's catcher, who's pitcher?" Oh, and I was like, "Oh my god!"
These are
like I didn't catch this when I was a kid, And it's like I watched this. It's probably like 23, 24 when I watched that episode again. I was like, "Holy shit!" Like I know what this means now, but like they got away with this when we were kids in the 90s.
Oh yeah, I never knew that any of these, like going back and rewatching some of these old cartoons, I'm like, these were so hilarious, and we didn't even understand like some of the jokes. Like these were not just for kids, it was so great.
It's probably why we have such a dark sense of humor nowadays.
Because the 90s were legit. So speaking of these old cartoons, Steven Hillenburg, he had these two like short story animations that he did, and the one's called The Green Beret and the other one is called Wormholes. You can find those on YouTube. I have a link that I'll send to you guys. It's on the thingy, but hopefully we can have a link in the description or something. But they are so incredibly like dark but like creative. Like, okay, in The Green Beret, basically this like cookie, what are those little girls that sell cookies? Girl Scouts? Jesus Christ.
You almost described them perfectly too.
It's like literally the only thing that they do. We're scouts and we just sell cookies.
We're girls and we're scouts and we sell cookies. And they're fucking good cookies.
But it's like, it's her, there's no actual like words or anything, and she comes and is like demanding that he buy cookies from him. It's only like a couple minutes.
Episode.
The chocolate. Oh yeah, it is. Whoa, yeah, I never made that correlation.
So, all right. So that could have been like the little thought baby that I had, and just created one of my favorite episodes.
I love that episode. Chocolate.
I remember when they first invented
chocolate. Oh yeah,
I hated it.
I hated it.
That's
but-
the only voice I can
And
do.
then the Wormholes one, honestly, if you don't watch the Green Beret, but the Wormholes one is so weird, dude. Like,
Really?
I can't even describe it to you, but like, it is really cool to see Steven Hillenburg, like, where his art started, because, like, you know, in certain SpongeBob episodes, they'll have these weird, like, little cut scenes of, like, SpongeBob being like, you
Like Doodle Bob?
right, or like, well, just like those little quick, like, little bits that they'll put in there, and it's like more realistic kind of looking, and it
like
looks a
the
little
zoomed
dark.
in.
Yeah, like when it's like a bad. I'm trying to think of that episode, but SpongeBob is like, and it like he looks all decrepit, and it's
Yeah,
interesting
I remember
because
that.
all of the like I can see his old artwork in these old cartoons that he like made, and it's really cool. So definitely go give those a look. They're really cool. I really enjoyed
I'm
watching
gonna have
them.
to check those out.
So after that, SpongeBob was influenced by a bunch of different things. Steven had this comic book called The Intertidal Zone.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like this really cool comic book. It's just he studied like marine biology in college. I think he graduated with a master's in marine like.
And then goes on to just make cartoons.
Right, I know. Like, isn't that hilarious? You're like, oh, I spent all this money to become like this marine development planner, and now he just
And
makes
now I
cartoons.
have a character named Sandy Cheeks.
Yeah, right. So like the original, there was a character called Bob the Sponge, and who later became Sponge Boy in the early development.
Sponge Boy.
Yeah, and they were gonna originally call it Sponge Boy, but there was already a company that sold mops at that time, so they had this copyright for Sponge Boy. So eventually it became SpongeBob, but it was just kind of funny.
What if they had a crossover? It was just like a random mop shows up in Bikini Bottom. He's like, I'm the original Sponge Boy.
No, do you remember when there is an episode where he becomes a mop? He cleans the whole Krusty Krab or something with himself. I don't know. I
mean, he's a sponge.
Right.
You know, I'd use him to clean with.
Clean something.
Something. Is that what like loofahs are? They're like SpongeBob's cousins.
Yeah.
I feel bad for that. I've cleaned. Washed my butthole.
So, a little bit about the beginning. So he started develop in 1996. The first episode was Help Wanted and Reef Blower. If you remember those ones, it's like where SpongeBob first applies for the Krusty Krab, and it's all the fucking sardines. Oh, what does he say? He's like,
You know, I've probably seen it, but it's like one of those where like I actually watched it when I was a kid, especially if it was back then.
That was the original too. That was the very first episode. And then, do you remember the Reef Blower one? It was all silent, and he's just like cleaning his yard, and it's definitely give that one a look. Go look at the beginning.
I'm going to go back to the very beginning of that. That's what, like 14 years?
So 1999. So no, that was
math.
20 years ago.
Math. And that's older than a lot
Isn't
of
that crazy, dude? Like
people that watch SpongeBob now, you know, it's like we were little kids then. Because 96, I would have been 6 years old. Mm-hmm. And, you know, and that's like, my little sister wasn't even born yet. Right. You know, so there's like a show out there that has been going on longer than, you know, like our little siblings' entire existence.
Right, and we still reference it. Like, at least I do. I mean, it's crazy that it like shaped our childhood in a way, which is so weird.
It did. It also shaped like our parents too, because I've definitely walked in on my dad watching SpongeBob. I was like, "What you doing there, Dad?" He's like, "Oh, nothing. Your sister was watching." I'm like, "My sister's been outside for 15 minutes. What you doing?" So it's like, you know, it was one of those shows, you know, typical 90s show where, you know, like we were saying, they have those adult jokes like thrown in that we don't catch, but, you know, it made it fun for families to come together and watch it because they'll say something that'll be completely over our heads and our parents will be laughing. We're like, that wasn't even funny. Yeah. Like, what are you laughing at? They're talking about like... Yeah. It's like some sex joke.
Yeah, and you're all, what's going on? And they're like, we gotta turn this off.
Yeah, like you can...
So it's funny that like your parents actually watched it with you. So my parents, I remember the very first day that I watched SpongeBob, like the very first opening scene where he's jumping across his name and his pants come off, and my mom was watching, and immediately as that came on, she's like, "Oh, you can't watch this! You got to turn it off."
Can't see the sponge butt.
Yeah, and I'm like, he's a sponge.
Yeah.
You think he's got genitalia? Like, he's definitely...
I don't know, I've seen some of the fan arts.
It's like, oh my god.
Apparently he has genitalia and Patrick has, like, booty.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah.
Well, he has booty in some of the episodes.
It's true.
You
it's
know,
weird.
in the movie, he has, like, that one... He, like, is in the nets and stuff. Yeah, remember that?
I do remember that. Oh my god.
So, Patrick Star got back.
You wanna hint a mingo me again?
Yeah.
Only a hint though.
Yeah, we're gonna do the next one in just a second too, so don't finish this one fast.
Oh, challenge.
Is that too much of a hint?
No.
Should we just finish this can?
Yeah.
Okay, let's just
Challenge accepted.
Oh god.
We have such a horrible job right now, you know? We're just
drinking.
Yeah, let's talk about SpongeBob and Patrick's butt while, we're drinking a hint of
Spritz.
mango.
Hint of mango.
That's what it was. I forgot the fruit.
Oh god. It really isn't that good.
It's really not, but it's
like
better than most other Four Locos, I would say.
It tastes
like the watermelon one.
I don't know if I've ever tried that one.
You don't want to.
Yeah, I don't think so.
You don't want to.
You know the whatever one's in the yellow can?
The gold one?
Yeah.
I think it's just called gold. I'm not sure.
It is gold flavor. You're right.
How does gold have a flavor?
They're like,
I'm just happy like gold member from Austin Powers, just like, liquid gold.
So, definitely drink Four Locos. Don't take this as a shit on you guys. It's great. It gets you really drunk.
Honestly, the seltzer's better. Like, I know a lot of people are like, oh my god, seltzer, and it has that stigma of being like a feminine drink.
Right.
But you know what?
Man.
Like, I've gotten White Claw drunk, and it'll sneak up on you.
Right.
And
I see it as like, this is a party drink. If you want to get fucked up really fast, you drink one of these cans and your pregame is set. Like you're already basically like 3 to 4 beers in.
I thought our pregame was taking her pants off.
Oh, you're right, dude.
Yeah. Get to it. I remember when he first took his pants off.
I always hated it.
I never said that.
But that's how it goes.
Yeah. I mean, this is a really good party drink. And, if you were to have a party with all those, like, jellyfish and everything, this would be the drink. That was the best episode.
That was such a good episode.
He's going ham with all these jellyfish, and they're playing really good music.
Right, no.
You remember it. It reminds me of, like, kind of Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, that was...
You remember
actually, I don't know if... that doesn't sound right now that I say it, but I love... Oh, yeah.
And the jellyfish are getting, like, all, like, 2 feet long and everything. Like, they were crazy.
That was such a good episode, because, like...
It was a hypey episode.
No, remember afterwards, too, they have that sick beat, too, when he's, like, with Gary's ears. It's like...
Yeah, because he was using, like, a metronome, kind of.
Mm-hmm. Dude, the music, like, not only... In the beginning episodes, the music was so, like, I don't know if they had, like, an orchestra. They didn't really explain. They had a lot of different people that did music for them, but, like, the original series had such a variety of music and, like, songs that just came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Like, okay, so since we're talking about our favorite episodes, one of my favorite episodes... it's called Welcome to the Chum Bucket. It's season 3, episode 2A. Season 3.
I can see the mangoes catching up with you.
Yeah, that hint of mango is getting
That hint of mango is getting you.
So basically this episode, Mr. Krabs bets SpongeBob's contract in a poker game to Plankton. And then, and then he loses, obviously. And then there's this song that they have, like, they sing as a duet. And it's so good. Like, I sing it sometimes.
In the shower?
Yeah, and at work, and on my way when I'm driving.
Like, I bump it on iTunes.
But, like, this, I don't know what it is about, like, where that, like, creative genius came from, but the music in the first seasons were so good. It was like the Bubble Bowl. Remember that one? They had the whole
Bubble Bowl was so good,
right?
Like I'm getting all these episodes back as you bring them up. But like,
there's too many to talk about.
Because that was Squidward's cousin.
No, Squilliam is just like another squid, basically.
Oh, okay.
And
I remember he had that like heart attack, or no, it was a Squidward that had a heart attack.
No, that's Squilliam at the end. So like,
okay,
because Squidward like throws away his whatever the thing is that you direct people with,
the thingy,
the wand, and
I'm just thinking like Harry Potter.
No. Yeah, no, I was like the Wingardium Leviosa, but
it's Leviosa.
No, but and then he collapses. But there's a great line in that again by Patrick. Patrick had some of the best one-liners, and he like raises his hand and he's like, "Is mayonnaise an instrument?"
Oh my god, I remember that.
And then he raised it again, and Squidward, "No, Patrick, horseradish isn't an instrument either."
So I showed you Job for a Cowboy the other day. You remember the song in 2 Minute Machine?
Yeah.
There's actually the best music video ever made in my eyes. It's on YouTube. It's an old video. Mm-hmm. They put in 2 Minute Machine by Job for a Cowboy over the Bubble Bowl scene.
No way.
And they put it perfectly, like what's her name, like Miss Puff?
Mrs. Puff, yeah.
She's playing like that guitar or whatever, and they're doing like the guitar solo with her.
Oh, that's
and then
so
SpongeBob's
sick.
like screaming these death metal vocals, and like Patrick's got those like stupid like glasses on while he's playing the drums, and like he's doing the breakdown and everything.
Sweet, sweet victory.
It's beautiful.
I'm gonna go and look that up because I want to see that, because like even that just is so creative. It's so good that it wasn't just a stupid cartoon. They're like, oh, let's throw in this whole musical orchestra piece and like make it badass and like.
Well, it's like even one of our favorite bands, Devil Wears Prada. They have a song called SpongeBob Grind Pants.
Oh yeah,
because they did like a grindcore version of the intro to SpongeBob. Because,
I didn't know that's what that was.
Yeah, so I mean, it's probably the most recognized intro in the world, I would say. Like you could go anywhere, and as soon as you hear "Oh, who lives in a pineapple under the sea," everyone will go with it.
Yeah,
it's like I don't know a single person of any age really that wouldn't be able to continue that song with you. Right. Like my 80-year-old grandma, she probably sings SpongeBob all the time.
And I'm hoping that like there is a generation of people that were like, oh, SpongeBob sucked because they only saw the last let's see, how many seasons was it? Well, they had the first 3 seasons. They had like 11 seasons or some shit like that.
I didn't know one.
And the first 3 were the best.
Yeah.
But like, if you grew up in the last era of SpongeBob and only saw those episodes, I guarantee you hate fucking SpongeBob. Like,
which is weird to me.
It's
terrible. We know the good SpongeBob.
Right. And God, I'd love to tell you. I'm gonna tell you about the fall, but I want to hear what your favorite episode is. If you had to pick one right now off the top of your head, I know we already went over a bunch of them, but like, if you had to pick one,
Doodle Bob was really
that's
cool.
That's a great one.
Like I love Doodle Bob. That one's really good. It's so hard because it's like the jellyfish rave episode was really good. Yeah. I'd probably have to say the chocolate one. Oh, just because that's the one like with my like emo ass and everything. Because that's the one where it's like you find those memes where it's like, I cry myself to sleep with heart attacks and like every morning I get up and I break my arms, I break my legs. It's like my bones are made of glass, like all this stuff, and I'll have like the fancy script, and you're like, wow, who wrote this? Edgar Allan Poe? And then you're like, oh, it's fucking
just
SpongeBob.
Just SpongeBob writers.
And, that whole episode was just such a weird dynamic because it's like, SpongeBob wasn't at the Krusty Krab. He's out there like trying to sell chocolate and everything. Right. They're introducing like these new characters and stuff like that. Or the Krusty Krab pizza one. Oh yeah, that one was great. He's like, oh, it's this bad boy right here, the Pilgrims. He's a ride.
Oh yeah, like, it's not just a boulder, it's a rock.
And he's like, because like you forgot my
Diet Dr. Kelp.
Yeah, Diet Dr. Kelp.
Can't have my pizza without my drink.
And just the songs, like you were talking about before, like the random songs where he's like, Krusty Krab pizza is a pizza for you and me. Krusty Krab, yeah.
No, and you know the little part where he belts for you and me. And like, see the.
Sorry for that, everyone.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Huh? Hopefully you didn't blow up your
God,
ears.
if they're wearing headphones right now, we're gonna get some lawsuits.
You're welcome.
Love me.
Yeah, with that episode too, you know, like the faces too, like they had like the basic storyline of that, but like in that whole thing, he has like SpongeBob has all these different faces during the singing, and it's really good. Like I really love that they, especially in the early episodes, in the later episodes, they don't have like the interesting drawings and stuff.
Wow, bro.
I know. I was just about to say I'm gonna finish mine. Let's do this next drink, and
ooh, that mango is like sitting on my tongue a little bit more. I don't know. It's like I'm not like a huge mango fan in the first place.
I mean, I am, but that's not.
I'm gonna do my diabetic thing. That was a lot louder than I thought it would be.
It was pretty good. You should have warned them. You should listen to my ASMR.
I think our viewers would prefer to hear that one though.
This one's alcohol.
Yeah, exactly. This is just diet.
Acetaminophen. It's Tylenol.
Yeah, let's not drink that.
What is aspartame? Okay, so this is.
I'm just trying to get that mango flavor.
I forgot to read what this is. So this is a local brew. It is a Scottsdale Blonde by Huss Brewery. So Huss Brewing. Sorry, you guys are awesome. I like this beer. I've had it before.
I've had blonde ales before,
right?
And I generally tend to like them. Like I'm not a huge IPA person, but when it comes to, I'm just gonna leave this over here because I really like blonde ales.
You go for it.
Thanks.
Oh, it's kind of warm. We should have left it like.
Maybe we shouldn't just leave it sitting out in the studio while we wait.
I know.
You know?
It's a little warm, but it's really good. Yeah, it's very
It
light.
smells very sweet.
It's light. It kind of has like that. It's like a light beer, like a Blue Moon or a
lager in a way. But blonde ales are generally like pretty like light and everything.
Right.
So if you're a fan of, like you said, like Blue Moon or even like Island lagers or anything like that, this would probably be up your alley.
Right.
It's definitely something. This is like a beer pong beer.
Right.
You know, this is like something that like I could chug.
Right.
And be not hating myself with.
Right. Like this is a beer that you can drink at the bar and you're not gonna feel all bloated. You can have a couple of these without it. Like oh God. I hope.
And that's how you know.
Yeah.
That's how you know right there. That's
that was a good one. That had
10 out of 10
bass. Had some real bass. But yeah, no, I like this one a lot. This could be like a daily drink or like if you go to a bar or something.
This is something I would actually like buy and put in my fridge.
Right.
You know, not sit in the studio and get warm.
Yeah. It's not my fault. How was I supposed to know?
I just blame you for everything, you know, that's our dynamic here.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's really good. I'm like looking at it to see about like the bubbles and whatnot.
Cheers. I mean, I don't know anything. If you shake it, you can tell how much alcohol is in there.
I don't believe that for a second.
Dude, science, bro. Okay. Let's talk about the downfall. Because really, like, there was really only in my opinion, 3 good seasons.
Well, those are the ones that they play over and over and over on like cable TV and everything. You know, you see some of the newer episodes, but when their ratings go down, they're like, all right, let's go back to.
They always throw in the good ones because they were so much better.
There's mine.
That was good.
Ugh, that had some melon in it though.
Some melon, or you mean some sour mango?
Oh, mango.
Yeah.
See, it's to that point where I'm just like, I forget my fruits.
It's the 4 locos. It makes you crazy.
4 types.
So really, that's really what everybody, like the general consensus is that the series dropped in quality after season 3. And so they made the first 3 seasons with the original writers. They made this after the SpongeBob movie. That was like the last time that they...
Didn't they make a second movie too?
They have 3 total movies.
Well, that's how much I've been watching SpongeBob recently.
Right, and don't even feel bad. The last 2 movies I haven't even watched them. They're garbage though.
Yeah.
They look like garbage. They have no like in one of them they're like this. You know, remember the superhero the like Fantastic Four kind of play off of like the Justice League one where
I'm trying to think. It was Barnacle Boy and Aquaman.
And no, Mermaid Man.
Mermaid
and it's
Man,
when Barnacle
yeah.
Boy becomes a bad guy.
DC is gonna fucking slap me right now.
Yeah. They're gonna be mad, dude.
Yeah, lawsuits.
They just pissed off so many people. We should.
Hey,
stop
that's
right
fine.
now.
You know, if they made like $20 off the Justice League movies, so they can come at me.
They just didn't
Sorry,
do as much
DC.
work. Yeah. just roasted DC real quick. I do not support him in that opinion.
What?
Yeah, our crew is like, wow, you are drunk if you like Justice League movies.
I don't actually ever think I ever saw it. I was just lying.
You're not missing out on anything. Mermaid Man's better, honestly.
Evil!
Dirty bubble!
No, what evil stands for? Every villain is lemons.
Lemons.
Yeah, so
I just like the action voice that they use for the announcer where he's like, Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy!
reunite! Yeah.
And he's like,
Right,
with a
so-
walker.
Those are like again, we keep referencing the only good episodes in the series, or the only good couple of series, those first three. So after the SpongeBob movie, it basically went to shit. So this guy named Paul Tibbitt, he took over production of the series. He like did everything. He was like an actor, and he did some writing, and he did some producing, and he did. So he's
I'll
like
give him credit for that, because
he's
that's a little bit
well-rounded-
thin spread for making a show.
Right, but like in my eyes, I see that is he didn't really like excel in anything. You know what I mean?
He was
So
like
just
the
kinda,
jack of all trades
Right.
for like
right,
show.
and not in a good way. I mean, like the first couple seasons that he was in charge of were pretty good. There were some good episodes in the beginning because they had some of their original writers. They
That's just
were
really
still. I was like, do you want some more? You have the fucking.
I took
beer.
the can.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Anyway, so he was in charge of like the first like
Right. So
couple of seasons after Hillenburg and everything.
Well, no, he did. No, he did. He had complete control after that. But like, whatever influences that the old series and the old writers and old animators have just fell away over time.
Do you guys want to try this? Should we get the crew to try this?
Do you guys want to try some of this? Okay.
I think Ash does. You want to try this?
Yeah, I do.
You want to try that? There you go. See, we're an equal opportunity drunk review.
Drink.
Just because I'm a woman.
Exactly.
She's not really a woman, guys.
Oh my gosh.
She's a figment of your imagination.
So let's see. So Paul Tibbitt, I really just wanted to shit on him because I really think it's his fault. But in 2018, Steven Hillenburg. In 2014, Hillenburg rejoined the team.
Okay.
But the episodes, like those last 4 years of the series, they didn't really increase in quality. It was too far gone. Like the cool humor was gone. There was no clever humor. It was all just stupid. Like everybody became retarded in the end.
And I think that's like the time of like cartoons at that time, because it was like everything changed around that period, because that was when you had stuff like Adventure Time, Chowder, like all that, and it's like those were almost like stupid funny. You know, it's where it's like they're doing ridiculous shit.
Right, but like, I mean, I wouldn't compare it the same as those, because those ones were actually pretty clever. They did have more of a clever piece to them. It was like they were trying to keep that. So like even the animation quality went down. Like they didn't put as much into the animation. It just seems like the storylines just didn't get as much like time and effort into them. Then there was always songs in like every episode, but they're all stupid, and it just like they tried
picking like the most popular things from the old series and trying to recreate
exactly, and they just couldn't do it. And it was just, I mean, I think that's really what happens to any good show. If you try and dig up a grave, you know, it's just you're still.
I've done that a few times. It never works out.
Yeah, it's always bad.
Yeah, grave digging's.
Yeah,
bad. You get some cool stuff out of it. You know?
Yeah, like what's that STD that you get from fucking dead bodies? So
I don't.
That's a real thing.
Tell me, is it really?
No, yeah. There's like a specific. There's like I remember reading this story. There's this guy. He went to the doctor and he had this STD. Like his dick was falling off basically, and the doctor was like, "You only get this from
like necrophilia.
Necrophilia, and he worked in a morgue, and so they're like, "Oh, you're
fired."
Yeah, you've been fucking the deadies. So
I didn't even know they had that.
yeah, so don't fuck dead bodies, dude. It's not just like because it's bad, like your dick will fall off. Your dick will fall off.
Quite literally.
Can I have some more? Please? Ding ding. I was like, sir, master, daddy.
Yeah,
there we go.
Daddy Yoshi.
So while you're pointing me that, oh shit, Steven Hillenburg died in 2018 at 57. How shitty is that?
That is really young.
Right?
Did he die in Bikini Bottom? Sorry, is it still too soon?
Yeah, that's, dude, insensitive.
You're sounding like Patrick right now. That's unsensitive.
The recesses of my mind are an enigma. And the glass of milk falls over.
It's a picture of you from the Christmas party.
Dude, that was a great episode. I love that one.
True.
Because you actually get to see, like, Patrick is like this maniacal genius on the inside somehow.
Or the Pinhead Larry one.
I'm dirty Dan. I don't want to be Dirty Dan anymore.
We're going back to the old episodes.
I know.
That's the thing. That's a moral of this part of the story. Is it's like we keep going back to these old episodes. That those are the ones that they rerun because let's just face it, they're better.
Right. If anything, watch the old seasons. Maybe watch like season 4 to 5. Maybe, but like the first 3 seasons are really the best. There's 11 seasons total, 3 movies, and this was pretty interesting. 40 video games they have. 40 different video games. I had no idea.
I didn't even know.
So
I'm
get on
sure I've
those.
seen like one maybe after the movie came out. They had a video game for it.
But like I think they have them for like mobile. They have them for all the different consoles and stuff. They had a lot of people like cool references. Motorhead did a song for them for one of their video games.
That's the Ace of Spades, right?
Ace of Spades? The Ace of Spades! That's song.
Yeah, Motorhead does that song, right?
I think so. I don't know Motorhead that well, but I like Motorhead songs.
I just think I like Tony Hawk. Pro skater.
Oh.
You know?
But they did a song, You Better Run, but then the song's called You Better Swim. So
that's
clever.
that's very clever.
There's a total of 262 episodes, 120 hours and 30 minutes long. It will take you 5 whole days to finish it in one sitting, so let's do it. Let's go. I don't actually think they stream all of the seasons anywhere on Hulu.
I can only find it on
season 5, maybe.
They have SpongeBob on Hulu.
I think so.
I thought it was Amazon. I've seen it on Amazon Prime.
It is Amazon. Yeah, you can actually Daily Motion, I think is the website. They have all of them on there. So go check it out. So yeah, that's basically it for the SpongeBob dude. Overall I love this series. I would watch it again and again and again. Like,
it's like the Scooby-Doo of 90s kids. Because like you have to think like the 70s and 80s, you know, it's like Boomerang. Mm-hmm. You know, the shows you watch on Boomerang now for us. Right. Scooby-Doo was like the childhood like cartoon. It was like wacky and out there and everything. I feel like SpongeBob was kind of like the Scooby-Doo of like our generation.
Right, like everybody watched SpongeBob. Everybody gets the references. Mm-hmm. Everybody watched it.
Well, everyone gets references for Scooby-Doo and stuff.
Right.
You know, it's like, especially if you're bringing up to like old folk and stuff like us, like me.
Yeah, speak for yourself, oldie.
Whatever, you're like 35?
Don't listen to him.
Tanner's actually 35.
What if it's like I just like pretend to be like super old? I'm actually 47. Get it fucking right, dude. Look how good I look for 40.
It's not that great. Not that great.
Okay, so we're gonna showcase. This is our giveaway. We're gonna showcase some cool things that we found on the internet, and then we're gonna give it to you. So we'll tell you a little bit about this product. It's called the Testicuzzi. So what do you think that is, Joe? Huh? I mean,
alright, so instantly I think testicles.
Right.
Like, you know, a koozie for... Yeah. Is it a koozie or...
Testicle koozie, so it's a jacuzzi for your testes.
Like the little jet stream?
I'm gonna show Yoshi real quick. You guys can see. You'll be able to see this. But so this is the Testicuzzi.
So you just put your testicles
Right, in there. And so it actually has a motor that makes bubbles. So literally you're setting your testicles in there and it gives a nice little massage. You have to like put your own water in it. So like you heat up a little bit of water.
Yeah.
And it
sacrifices must be made.
Yeah, no, I mean you got to put a little bit of work, but it gives a nice massaging bubble. And so, really interesting story. The creators of this, they were in college, and I guess there was like a little, like people talk about weird fetishes that they have, and it was like some funny sex game or whatever. What's the word? I had a great word. Gag. It's a gag.
So everyone loves to gag.
No. Wow. So like you put your balls in a cup and somebody gets a straw and gives your balls a little jacuzzi. So they actually.
No, I only tried this 3 times.
What would you say? Did it feel amazing?
Because I used my own straw, like a silly straw.
So you like.
Yeah, it was really long. You have to attach like 2 or 3 of them because like I have a long torso, so
And your dick's just like way down there.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with size. It's all about the.
So some college friends, they developed this. You can find it on testicuzzi.com, but we're going to be giving one away for free to you guys. How you can enter: you can subscribe to weebyaf.com. You can subscribe to Don't Drink and Review. You can subscribe.
You can find us on YouTube at WeebyAF as well.
Right, you can subscribe to WeebyAF's YouTube channel. And so you have 3 chances to basically be entered into this drawing. We're gonna be taking submissions, or right? That's a word, right? We're taking submissions until the 4th of October, and then we'll be announcing the winners later on. So subscribe. We'll be in contact with you, and then winner will receive awesome testicuzzi.
It's a good Father's Day gift.
Yeah, for those guys that are infertile or whatever. It actually they had a funny section on there about like the medical benefits of like warming your testicles, and I was like, oh, of course they have to put that in there because it's
someone's gonna like fuck themselves up on that. It would probably be me. I'd probably fuck myself up somehow.
I mean, I could see it, dude.
You can see my testes in a jacuzzi?
In a jacuzzi, like going wrong. You're like, too much hot water.
What if it's like hot tub time machine, but like hot tub tested jacuzzi, and you just like you go back in the
they just suck in your mouth. I'm a woman. So
I want to be a real boy.
So
man.
Yeah, really well made. It's awesome. Go check it out, and then subscribe to be entered into the drawing.
Do it.
So we're gonna close up
really
now.
I'm sorry.
What did you say to me?
Mango?
Great alcohol, great topic. I hope you enjoyed talking about it.
It was really fun being on here. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Like, this is
Thanks, Yoshi.
It's a good excuse to be an alcoholic.
Yeah. Like, don't drink a review. My cup's gone.
Your cup's gone? Well.
So to wrap it all up, we'd like to thank our producers from Versig Media. They're awesome.
Kind of cool. They're kind of cool.
They're pretty cool.
Yeah.
They do it. They do it. So go check them out. What would you like to plug, Yoshi?
So you can find me at WeebyAF on Instagram, YouTube, WeebyAF.com for all your Weeby needs. We just released a new interview with this cool cosplayer, Brittany, or Cheapy Cat cosplay.
I watched the interview. It was awesome. So go give it a go.
You can see me with a white hair. It was
so
different.
Sexy, dude.
Thank you. It's alcohol speaking now. I know I'm not, but I mean pretty much that. We're weebyaf.zine on Twitter, and then
you can check me out. I'm going to be making a mushroom cultivation website. So I'll have some more information about that next episode, and appreciate you guys, and see you next time. Thank you.
Drink and review.